The top 10 characteristics women look for in a guy. 1. Chemistry. The next time you reject a relationship because the chemistry isn't right, don't feel bad about it. According to McMahon, women are initially drawn to men based on attraction. These are qualities that help to establish a foundation, to form a deeper connection, and to build a relationship with this person, says McMahon. We think to ourselves, can we carry on a conversation with this person? Do I feel energized when I talk to this person? 2. Vulnerability. Building a relationship with someone who is closed off is challenging. According to Hunt, a vulnerable man is willing to abandon the position of power that men are conditioned to feel comfortable in. And ladies, take note, this applies to you too. For the partnership to happen, a man has to be willing to be vulnerable and he has to open his heart for that to happen. 3. Stability. Due to its 3 components, this one is significant. Hendricks defines stability as being emotionally stable, i.e., not losing control, economically stable, and relationally stable. If you're not familiar with the third part, Hendricks explains that it means that you can depend on him if you own a home together or have a child with him because he is predictable and dependable. 4. Equality. If your partner wasn't treating you as their equal, it may be the reason you've ever felt undervalued or ignored in a relationship. The cultural disparity between equality, where women were treated inferior to men in every way, including socially, economically, politically, and sexually, that has existed for thousands of years is changing, according to Hendricks. Women today want to be treated equally to men and do not want to be in a power struggle with men. 5. Information. It's acceptable to want to sway, not transform, your partner. In fact, according to McMahon, research by John M. Gottman, who investigated the factors that contribute to happy relationships, demonstrates that relationships are more successful when men allow their partners to influence them. According to research, the majority of women already practice this, but McMahon notes that men don't follow the same pattern. The man must be sensitive to his partner's needs and emotions to be open to being influenced. 6. Feelings present. It can also refer to someone who pays attention to the speaker rather than their cell phone or other distractions. When a woman is talking to her significant other, she should be emotionally present and should anticipate the same from him. Hendricks argues that being responsive is a part of being present, meaning that when a partner texts or calls them, the other person should get back to them as soon as they can, or let them know if it will be some time before they can. 7. Intrigue, with her. You must have the impression that your partner is considering you. We advise couples to turn away from judgment and toward curiosity. Be curious about someone's actions and behavior rather than passing judgment on them. Ponder why they behave in this way or how they dress, Hunt claims. She does caution you not to want someone who interrogates or grills you in conversation. 8. Being protective. This one, according to Hendricks, is unavoidable. Women want to always feel safe with the person they are with. They want to express, I feel safe with you. I'm not required to take a stand. I'm confident that I'll be all right when I'm with you, says Hendricks. 9. Acceptance. Your man isn't the one for you if he's trying to change you. According to Hendricks, women should be looking for a man who isn't constantly evaluating them and trying to upgrade them or improve them. When someone criticizes or judges you, they are telling you that you need to change before I'll accept you, says Hendricks. We tell our daughter when you feel judged by the guy, export him to the door or leave yourself, he says. 10. Self-confidence. One of the most crucial elements that enable a relationship to flourish, according to Hunt, is asking for what you want. Many men are incapable of doing that. They don't mention to the woman they are dating that they occasionally like their feet or backs massaged because they don't feel comfortable asking for anything. According to Hunt, happy couples communicate their needs and the behaviors that make them feel the most loved and cared for. How to maintain your relationship after 10, 20, or 30 years. It's challenging to keep up with any relationship. Maintaining a romantic relationship with anyone can push you beyond your comfort zone in unexpected ways. But is it accurate to say that these relationships get simpler as we age? Or perhaps it's just that as we get older, we get bored with these relationships more easily and search for the eject button as soon as possible. While there isn't a concrete answer to that question, we did our research to find the best tried and true strategies for preserving your lovely relationship after 10, 20, and 30 years. Even though not every relationship is perfect, if the love is still there, every effort should be made to keep the relationship going. Become a cheerleader in year 10. Any relationship's first 10 years are characterized by constant change. Your partner and yourself may be affected by issues like work-related difficulties, moves, and other constantly shifting circumstances. You must always keep a positive outlook in these circumstances. Be patient, nurturing, and supportive. Eventually, your process will bear fruit, and both of you will benefit, advises Abigail Brenner, M.D., a psychiatrist and author of Influx. Remember, however, that people individually grow at their own pace. Sometimes, your growth spurts will be out of sync with your partner's. That's fine, embracing transitions and change. Year 10, experience decency. Sometimes, as we get older with someone, we forget certain behaviors and limitations that uphold the fundamentals of our core relationship. Maintaining these boundaries will demonstrate to our partner, married or not, that we still value them highly. Many people may think that this relationship behavior requirement is obvious, but far too often people just assume that it exists when it actually might not. People who have been together for a long time may start to take their partners for granted and forget how important it is to treat others with the same respect they would automatically extend to strangers. Dr. Randy Gunther says. Maintaining your health in year 10. This is a tricky question because there are many potential outcomes, but after a while, couples tend to combine their health goals, or lack thereof, with their partners. While this initial goal is admirable, it can lead to self-destructive tendencies in both parties. Good partners in relationships don't expect their partners to put up with self-destruction or a refusal to alter those behaviors. Partners who begin to blame each other for the other's self-harm or neglect may believe they are doing the other's harm. But trying to enforce dietary restrictions, exercise regimens, medication regimens, or addictive behaviors is one thing. Being a caring and supportive partner is quite another. Particularly if they are ineffective, brings up Gunther. Year 20, modify the procedure. It's inevitable that life settles into a pattern of routine and same old, and that it's easy to fall into behaviors that are reliable, steady, and boring as well. So it's important to change it up from time to alter our thinking, provide a new perspective, and create interest and excitement. It may be a now and then occurrence, such as going on vacation or taking a course or workshop together. It may be cooking some meals with each. View intimacy as a rediscoverable adventure in year 20. When there is no longer a spark between you and someone, intimacy is likely one of the first things to disappear. It's crucial to think of it as a target that you're constantly working toward for this reason. This means that you should try to do something new each day. It could be anything from the dinner you prepare to taking the long way home from work. It's easy to add some spice to your life without making a big deal out of it. It only requires a slight prod in a different direction. Date, year 20. Among the list, this one is arguably the most obvious. Dating is crucial in all relationships and can aid in breaking the routine to which we are all prone. There are no set definitions for what a date is, but there may be restrictions when factors like children or other obligations are present. It could be a romantic dinner in the city or just a stroll in the park while holding hands. Dates aren't just for young lovers, they can be magical for long-term partners. Getting out of the house changes the scenery and energizes things for both partners, but staying in can be fun, too. You can dine by candlelight, for example. Year 30. Contact one another. Go to bed together and without a doubt, never go to bed angry. Settle your differences before you go to sleep. Kiss your partner hello, smile and make eye contact, hold hands, anything that engages any of your senses and lets your partner know that you're fully present for them signals that you're here with them. The loss of intimacy and, if desired, sexual activities is another challenging reality for some long-term relationships. By maintaining this level of sensuality, you can reassure your partner that they still possess the necessary qualities, which can boost their confidence and general well-being. Renew your interest in year 30. It's so important to make the time to have ongoing conversations about what is happening within the relationship, continues Brenner. Are you both still as committed to accomplishing certain goals together? Have other issues, problems, interests diverted your attention away from a certain commitment you once had? Have your commitments to the relationship changed over time? These conversations help you to see if you are on the same page with each other and if you still want to be in the relationship. Year 30. Don't be afraid of sex. For some strange reason, there's a perception that older couples don't engage in sexual activity. This is wholly untrue, and sometimes these stereotypes can harm relationships between people in real life. When I teach college freshmen about human sexuality, I make sure they understand that they can have sex not only after they graduate but also in their 60s, 70s, and 80s. Playfulness, creativity, mystery, unpredictability, and a sense of individual and marital vitality are all central to erotic sexuality. Hot sex is not an isolated occurrence. If you want your sexual vitality to last longer than the initial romantic love passionate sex idealized phase, which typically lasts 6 months to no more than 2 years, you need to incorporate intimacy, pleasurable, and eroticism. Love the limitless in year 30. You can still love and find new love even if you're a certain age. Your ability to accomplish things with your partner has no bounds.